Yo, what's up guys? Are you guys ready to watch a cheater Dragon Ruler player get trolled here by a new deck in 2019? I'm thinking a lot of people want to see Dragon Rulers in 2019. They're always one of those iconic decks. But the reason why I call him a cheater is, well, I mean, he's playing some cards that, like, you know, 6 Cents was totally legal at one point during Dragon Rulers. But I don't think Pot of Greed was ever legal, especially not multiple copies of Pot of Greed, and on top of that, multiple copies of Card Destruction, multiple 6 Senses. Alright, this guy is definitely a cheater, but let's go ahead and play it out. Yo, hold on. First off, I want you guys to comment down below really quick. Do you guys think that Dragon Rulers would actually be good in 2019 against, like, the meta, or would they suffer? Because if you guys have played Dragon Rulers, you understand that, like, in Link format, it's kind of difficult. Even though you can get a lot of advantage with the Dragon Rulers, you would have to basically make a Link monster, and then you'd have to go all in. And Dragon Rulers are very resilient. Like, they can come back, but they can't make too many things in one turn because they exhaust their resources, and then they can't reset and basically go off, like, the next following turn. What we're going to see is a Orcust board plus an extra extension, which would make it basically an Orcust plus an extra negate. That's basically what they're up against right now on the player in the front board. But, I mean, the guy opened up pretty good. I mean, he's got 6 Cents, which, again, I feel like 6 Cents is an insanely sacky card. But at the same time, you got to be able to get it off. And it's a trap. It's so slow. Look at this. Look at this. We stole one of the Pot of Greeds. But don't worry. This guy, he's a cheater. He's going to have multiple, okay? I understand some people play in older formats. But again, there's no format where Dragon Rulers are legal and triple Pot of Greed, triple 6 Cents, Graceful Charity. Like, the guy's running a really cheat deck. Anyways, he makes number 89, tries to run over some stuff, but that's going to go ahead and get Fog Blade. We still have another Fog Blade, which is, again, where I feel like it's really hard for the Dragon Rulers to compete. Obviously, 6 Cents is going to go ahead and get stopped. We're going to absorb the Rusty Bard so we can have extra monster zones. Go ahead and make another Cyber Dragon Infinity, Snatch Steel, and this troll is starting to come up here very soon. But, he's got 44 cards in his deck. I'm going Crescendo, I'm going to go ahead and Time Thief, stealing a Dragon Ravine. He's going to go ahead and go for that effect and bring out Storms, bring out Waterfall. So this is what I was talking about, where they're very resilient. Like, you can't sign out Dragon Rulers even if they have no monsters on the board. Like, their whole graveyard is just a bunch of extra pluses. So he's going to go ahead, try to go for that effect. Obviously, that's not going to go through, but he's like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and special summon Tempest, set Necroface Pass. He's going to regret that. I think he's going to wish he kept onto that, but at this point, a Polursa is coming out. It's a Link 4. And it's got so many negations, and on top of that, Dark Law can be quite a big threat for pretty much most decks. He's going to go ahead and Dingirsu. And look at this guy, he's playing multiple copies of Super Rejuve. That card is insane, too. There's just so many things here that make the card, the whole deck just still relatively strong in 2019, but he's going to go ahead and get called by the grave, so rip that card, and he's going to go ahead and get negated once again by Apollosa, and it's just too much. And then the card they searched off, it doesn't even matter. Dark Law, you're trying to go plus on him, he's not going to let you have a good time. So obviously right now, at this point in the game, but let's go ahead and be a little cheeky and check out the troll. And so he's going to go ahead and activate Card Destruction. I think he was hoping Apollosa was going to negate this so he could maybe follow up with another play, because there was no negations that he knew of. Well, technically now we got impermanence in the back row here. The Dragon Rule player is still trying to go off. He still has 25 cards left in his deck, but anyway, top deck the Pot of Greed. He's going to go ahead and activate Pot of Greed, but Dark Law is going to make that Pot of Greed not so plus anymore. Then he's going to go ahead and once again try to go for that effect, but he's just not able to get those effects because, again, Yu-Gi-Oh! These days is all about just negating like 10 cards, you know, in a duel. And a lot of turns, you're negating like this is 1, 2, you have Crescendo, and then if you have a follow-up combo, you're negating like 4 cards that your opponent has. And especially if you have like just one hand trap, that's like 5 cards gone. Look, we snatched still the 6 Cents. This card is getting to have a lot of attachments. We even snatched still Graceful Charity. I mean, this guy is just straight up getting trolled. Like, he's probably like, dude, what that kind of draw into? And we're starting to overflow our Time Thief Redoer his card zone into the next area. So we're still in. I don't even know why you would play Jar of Avarice. Like, Jar of Avarice, when you have like multiple copies of Pottery, this guy can play multiple 6 Senses too, attacking with his 0 attack, disrespecting, once again, trolling the Dragon Ruler player. Like, who plays Dragon Rulers and it was like, it was going to put that many Pot of Greeds, Graceful Charities, and like, yo, I'm going to play multiple draw average. So I would say maybe he's not the best of players. But like, if you guys have played against Dragon Rulers, you could probably understand, like, you could be so bad at Dragon Rulers and still win so many games because that deck was so OP. Look at this. His last deck is Necroface. He's got 30 cards here, alright? And he's also got that Pot of Greed, which he can't make use of because there's not enough cards to draw into. But look at this. Look how many cards we got. We snatched stole the Necroface over here, and now we're going to go summon. It almost looked like he had Necroface in attack position, but it's actually just an attachment here. And now with putting the Cessiora over here, it's just going to be go ahead and beam. He's going to activate the effect, banish it, just to see what happens when you get rid of all of the cards, because, well, I don't know what would happen if you would mouse over the card, but the Dragon Ruler player decks out. That's insane. A cheater burning multiple Pot of Greeds was still no match for the standard Orcust combo plus an extra negation. And that just shows you how crazy Yu-Gi-Oh! Has gone. But then again, looking at it, like, you know, obviously power creep is a thing. But I would like to know if you guys think Dragon Rulers would be able to deal with the Orcust board consistently with, again, the standard double Fog Blade, Crescendo, and then maybe like one extra negation. That could be an Impermanence, that can be like an Ash Blossom. It doesn't have to be, of course, the Infinity. But again, there's so many times where they'll just have like one extra hand trap. And at that point, I don't think that they could actually deal with the board. I mean, if they go first, maybe they can make something, but what would you make in a first-turn Dragon Ruler deck? Like, I'm talking more traditional Dragon Rulers, not with a Link setup. But even with Links, what do you go? Sorry, you just cycle a few cards, then make what? Like, you can maybe go for Felgrand, maybe negate 1? But, like, negate 1 is a lot. Like, you would have to negate, like, 3 or 4 cards to be relatively on the same playing board. But the deck is resilient. I gotta give it that. But obviously, I'm talking about, like, without Pot of Greed, Graceful Chariot. I'm talking about, like, Dragon Rulers at their time. Could they even deal with it? That's the real question I want you guys to answer down below in the comment section. Blah, blah, blah. I love seeing a good cheater get wrecked. And what I mean by cheater is, like, dude, there's no way you play multiple Pot of Greeds, multiple Graceful Charities, and still thinking that's, like, even, like, an older format. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Yo, shout out to my boy Teriyaki for the sick plays. But anyways, thanks again for watching. If you guys enjoyed the video, would like to see more of this content, and you're new to the channel here, hit the subscribe button, turn on that bell, and you'll see more Yu-Gi-Oh! Trolling videos. And if you guys got any replays, would love to see them like this. I just love seeing, again, people that cheat, like with the multiple Pot of Greeds, Graceful Charities, and stuff like that. Feel free to send in the replay file to AzneyesReplays, as you know, comment and get featured on the channel. But thanks for watching, and have a good one. I'm out.